It's a country built out of steel pipes, probably not as big as your toilet and only 400 square meters. The number of people in this country can be counted on one hand. In order to stabilize the country, Palko set up a government and a parliament and convened a national conference to appoint himself as president of the Republic of Rose Island. His friend as prime minister, Kubo as minister of finance, the bearded man as minister of defense, and the public relations man with social codices as minister of foreign affairs. In order to get the attention of the world, Paolo went to the United Nations headquarters to submit a letter of state to get countries to recognize the existence of the Republic of Rose Island. Italy was very nervous when they heard the news. Although the Italian army was strong, they were surprised that a new country had sprung up on their doorstep. So they sent agents to investigate. As a result, the leaders were slow to hear from the agents. It wasn't that Paolo and the others had a sense of counterintelligence. It was that the two simpletons couldn't get enough of the island's pleasures. A week later, the drunken agents contacted the director. They cried about how their innocence had been taken away by the women and how they had run out of funds for their activities and wondered if they could get some more. The leader was speechless. Are you going on an investigation or a holiday? Because of this incident, the Italian government became even more nervous. They suspected that the Rose Island had advanced brainwashing techniques, and even their best agents were lost. So they made a statement on TV that they would not recognize Paolo's country. What they didn't realize was that this act was a free advertisement for the Rose Island nation. Paolo received a large number of applications for citizenship, many of which were from Italy. When the protest didn't work, the Italians sent someone to negotiate with Paolo, saying that if he left the island and admitted that it was a bar, they'd make sure that Paolo's family was well fed and clothed. But Paolo refused without a second thought. In the evening, he called a meeting and announced that he would accept all applications for citizenship, and he had passports and stamps made. The Italian government, however, soon put Paolo's father out of a job, and several ministers were swayed by huge bribes. The Rose Island, less than half a year old, was about to fall apart, unwilling to be left to his own devices. Paolo approached his ex-girlfriend, who had majored in international law, to ask for her help in negotiating with the Italian government. But she thought he was crazy. Paolo had no choice but to go along to the Council of Europe and try to get the rest of Europe to recognize the Rose Islands bypassing Italy. The Commission not only accepted the case, but also recognized that Paolo's establishment on the high seas was not a violation of Italy's sovereignty and was fully in line with international law. The Commission decided to hold a press conference a few days later to officially recognize the existence of the Republic of the Rose Islands. Paolo was overjoyed, but then the Italian Minister of the Interior called and threatened him with an immediate compromise. Otherwise, he'd blow the Rose Island nation to pieces with a warship bigger than the island.